Jed, let's start with last weekend. Big game against York, and I guess thankfully a relatively quiet one for you.
Yeah, it was a big game. We knew that going into it. We knew that we had to be on our game at home. Got to make sure we worked hard, and the fans were great throughout the 90 minutes. And yeah, it was a pleasing afternoon for me.
And as a team performance, what looked good in front of you?
Everything. Like the lads in front of me looked solid. I trusted in them to do their job, and they did. Even the midfield, the forward lads, the way they ran and battled, especially in the second half, it was brilliant.
And that was after sort of the first half kind of built a platform as well. Is that something that sort of they've looked at this week and said, look, if we can get the 90-minute performance, and get a bit of a faster start?
I think it's the same thing in every game. You want to start well and you want to start fast, but sometimes it's down to making sure you're not getting conceding attacks and conceding goals early on. As long as we build a good foundation, we can go on and we know we've got lads in the team who can finish a game off for us.
And there's good momentum as well. I guess it's just about keeping it going, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always, like we said, from the first game of the season. It's game by game, minute by minute on the pitch. Got to keep going and not looking too far ahead and just staying grounded.
And does that happen naturally, or is that something that, the gaffer's big on, or how does that happen? Because it would be very easy to get excited and carried away.
I think it's a bit of both. I think you obviously get information from the gaffer to sort of just keep grounded and keep grounding out performances week in, week out. But again, internally as a group, we've got to make sure we're on each other to make sure that no one's getting the two ahead of themselves, and making sure you're speaking to your mates and letting them know that you've got to stay grounded and take it game by game.
And that communication, that's a big part of a goalkeeper's role as well, isn't it? Does that come naturally to you?
Definitely not. I think as a young lad, I struggled with it, being able to talk to the lads. And I think as you get older, the more you play and more you train with like older people, and you get sort of information on how you can improve that, I think it just gets better and better. And I think that's an experience thing. I think now we got a good relationship, like I said in previous interviews with the back four, and now I can speak to them and know what they need to do, and they can speak to me and get information too.
I suppose in a way it's good that it's developed that way, because you've built that confidence from actually the experience of getting things right.
Exactly, yeah, and you're going to get things wrong at the same time, and that also builds experience, and you're going to learn from each other, learn from people's mistakes, learn from their strengths, and it's only going to improve the team.
Talk about the back four, because it's been a little bit stretched in terms of numbers, but they've kept doing the business in front of you. How impressive has that unit been?
Yeah, very impressive, whether that's the same back four we've had, or whether that's Ryan Innes coming in, or Teddy Jenks coming in at left back, Manny coming in at right back. Teddy Jenks coming in at right back. Yeah, it's brilliant, and everyone slots in, knows exactly what they're doing when it comes around.
And big Ryan back into the mix this weekend, available. I mean, what does that do for competition of places? Does it even make a difference when there are personnel changes?
I think it's always good to have every lad fit. It just strengthens the whole unit itself, because sometimes not every lad can make it through the 90 minutes, and sometimes we might need Rye, or we might need Toes, or we might need Geordie to come on and affect the game, whether that's to defend or go in and attack. And it's always great when you've got numbers.
Southend this weekend, we've not even mentioned them yet. They're obviously not where they want to be in the table, but another one of those big former Football League clubs to go to.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see where they were a few seasons ago in League One, competing. We can never underestimate any team when going away to them. I think they'll have a few numbers, and it's going to be a good test for us.
When there's the atmosphere, do you enjoy those games when there's a bit more in the crowd, and I guess it just feels like a bigger occasion?
Yeah, sometimes you might feel the pressure or feel excited when going to grounds like this, but I think us as a group, whether we're playing in front of 20 people or 20,000, I think we're always the same. We're always motivated within ourselves to do well.
And I guess that's because of the big aim for this season. Nothing's won in November, but you must be pleased with where you are and the progress that you're making as a team.
Yeah, like I said before, it's game by game. We're not too fussed on how the table's looking or how it's going to look in 2 months' time. We're not looking at that. We're looking at game by game, looking to do well, making sure we're doing everything right every day to put us in the right position. And
you're here to learn. How much do you feel that you've grown from the experience?
Yeah, massively. I think coming to a club like this in this league, I think it's amazing for me. The lads, the staff, everyone has just been absolutely unbelievable with me, and I'm obviously making mistakes, doing things positively, and I'm learning from all of it, and I'm loving it. Yeah.
Do Bristol Rovers stay in touch as well?
Yeah, I'm keeping in touch with them, and it's nice that they're calling me, keeping in touch, seeing how I'm doing, and yeah, it's good.